I'm just out here downtown Austin, just interviewing about Super Tuesday, collecting views about Texans and their opinions about what's going on in the candidacy and who they were going to vote for president upcoming elections. So I was just going to ask, what you thought about Super Tuesday and if you went out to go vote.
Honestly, I didn't know Super Tuesday was a thing until this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work nights, so I listen to the morning shows when I go to sleep on the radio, and they were mentioning it, and I was like, oh, interesting, but I didn't go out and vote or anything.
Oh, you didn't? Well, have you been keeping up with the elections or anything?
I mean, I've been doing what I can, but I'm not really, like, into it or anything. I haven't, like, followed it.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, we were just trying to see like the consensus overall on like who voted and who went out to go, who supports who and all of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, But
I mean, I plan on voting eventually in the future, but...
Yeah, of course. So, what would you support or who would you support?
I'm going to Bernie guy.
Bernie guy?
All right, awesome.
So, today was Super Tuesday, and it was huge. So I was just wondering, like you said earlier, you didn't go out and vote because your precinct is a little far away.
Yeah, so my precinct, so I'm a student here, and so I wasn't able to go drive 3 hours to go vote today, even though I thought about it, but I had class all day, so
Yeah.
I'd really like to.
Oh, where do you go to school at? UT?
University of Texas.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. Awesome. That's great.
Awesome.
So I was just wondering, if you were going to vote, who are you going to support?
Well, personally, that's kind of something that I keep personal, but
Okay.
I'll say that I feel like it's been a very difficult election to choose because I feel like there's been a lot of arguing within the GOP, as well as kind of like a not clear platform on the Democratic side as well. So I feel I'm personally more independent, and I can be more conservative on certain issues and much more liberal on other issues as well. And for me, I wish there was a candidate that actually represented that a little bit more, where it's just more like, let's sit down and use common sense on the topics and not be so tied down to, I can't say that because this is my political party. It's just like, no, if it needs to be said, let's say it, because we got to consider these people and we got to consider these people. It's just a more holistic, balanced approach to politics.
Yeah, awesome.
So,
You mentioned the GOP earlier. So what are your views about the GOP and their thoughts on, Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders right now?
Bernie, I think is, from what I've seen, I might not agree with every single thing that he stands for, but I believe that he seems to actually, what he says, he actually does.
Yeah.
Whereas someone could say Donald Trump does the same thing, but I feel like Donald Trump is a guy that really doesn't have much respect for other people. And even if you disagree with somebody, you should never talk about them in that way. I don't think it's very professional. I get he's got a lot of money, so maybe he feels as he's invincible. I think he's just a reality TV star who's got this character that people like because he gives this appearance of confidence, when in reality, he's
spouting out words.
Yeah, he's just spouting out. He has no shame, and that's, shame is not necessarily a good thing, but there's also like, you should have some respect as well. And he has the negative aspect of no shame, where it's like, no, maybe you should actually consider the other person's feelings a little bit more. So
well, that's awesome. Well,
there's a lot of beautiful people in the country, and we gotta take that into consideration. So
and treat everybody equally because they deserve it. Not because
give them the opportunity to, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, if you went out and voted, or if you went out to go express your opinion.
No, ma'am, I didn't go out and vote. I really don't vote, but it's just something I don't do.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have an opinion about it, but it's cool, I don't really know too much about the political thing.
So I was just wondering, I know you said like you don't know too much about it, but I was just wondering if you've ever heard of like Donald Trump or Bernie Sanders.
Yes. I don't like Donald Trump. No one likes him.
So what are your views about him?
I think if he gets in office, he's gonna make it bad for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I believe he is.
Yeah. So, I mean, knowing how he is and everything like that, does that make you incentive to go out and vote, or?
No, that doesn't.
It doesn't. All right. Well, we were just gathering views and just trying to figure out, what's going on with everybody.